Hey ladies, I wanted to go through next week's fall lesson plan with you to give you some ideas since this is the first time we've ever done something like this where we have standalone lessons. And I wrote the lesson but realized that you may not even be familiar with some of these songs and some of the ideas that I have around it. I thought I'd share with you. Feel free to totally do your own thing though. Some of you are veteran teachers and I'm happy for you to be creative on this, but I wanted to give you a few ideas so that you feel like you have some direction for next week's fall lesson plan. So the lesson plan is on Trello, and I do believe that it will work for all ages from babies through our preschoolers. For young child, we'll continue with their regular lessons next week, so we won't be using this for young child. But you might want to grab the lesson plan and look at it as I talk through this a little bit so that you can make some notes as you go. And also all of the music I did list on Trello, and you can refer to it on the digital lesson guides. So you can just go to the unit that it's in and go play the music so you can hear it beforehand if you'd like. So we start with a hello song, and you can do whatever hello song is what you normally do for that particular class. And then the second activity is a lap bounce. Not dance, lap bounce. And or that's what we would do typically for our level 1 and level 2. So it's Hop Up My Baby. You can do you can just do the recording for this unless you know the song. It's a fun one to sing, but totally welcome to use the recording. So for the bounce for level 1 and level 2, you just keep a steady beat, and then on the hop up my baby, you just have them go up on the grown-up's knees and back down for I think there's 3 or 4 in a row, and then you go back to keeping a steady beat, bouncing on their lap. For babies, you can do also a bounce, that's fine too, but you could also do some exercise for the babies, so you're moving and bicycling their legs, and then on the hop up, you kind of bring their legs forward and back. So Heather, you know how to do that. You can make that an exercise song for babies. For the preschoolers, you can do this as a dance. It's a really great song, the recording is, because the tempo changes. And so you're going to work on going fast and then going slow. And then on the chorus where it's hop up, they can practice their hopping feet. You can try some balance, have them hop on one foot. So it can be definitely a large motor song as well. So that's Hop Up My Baby. Then I thought, since we're doing some apple themed activities, I might transition with like let's walk to the apple orchard, let's go find some apples to pick. And especially for our level 1 and level 2, if we have not gotten up yet and had them move yet, I might sing that here we go a-walking to the orchard, like that, and get them up and moving. Of course, the option is always to stay on the floor to help them move their legs on the floor if they're more, observant, and just watching the walkers. But you can do a transitional song that way. Then we get to the apple orchard, and we are going to use some egg shakers for apples, the red egg shakers or even the yellow ones. There's a few of those could work too. Now the Shake Shake the Apple Tree, I don't know this song, and I don't know the poem, but I'm hoping to learn it myself before I teach it. It's a cute little poem, and it is on the recording. Oh, sorry, thought someone was here. It's Bentley. So it is on the recording, and you can learn it or not. The other option is just to do a little follow the leader kind of thing where, and even with the babies you can do this, definitely with preschoolers you can do extend the follow the leader activities because they should be able to follow a leader and growing in that ability. But we do the opposites with the shakers. So high, 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 so low, 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 so fast, 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 so slow, 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 and then we stop, and then we hide it, and we practice counting. So hopefully you are familiar with that poem, the opposite poem. So if you don't want to learn a new poem, the Shake, Shake the Apple Tree, 1, 2, 3, something like that, just do the opposite poem. And then I'll probably just transition right into the Shaker Play Along for the Egg Shakin' Blues, which is a really fun song. And it's definitely a good dancing song too. So feel free to dance and move along to the beat of the Egg Shakin' Blues. Then we'll bring everybody back together. Can you find your square and sit right there? We bring them back together. We rub our ears a little bit, and we do some wind chime listening. We have an actual wind chime. I know of one in the studio. I will see if I can get another one for you, Heather, in the baby room. And then as far as Kohler, I'm not sure yet. Amy or Becky, if you have one, let me know. Otherwise, you could skip this activity. I'm not sure that I'll be able to get one before I go down there today, and then I won't be back before next week. So I'll get back to you on that, or maybe you can let me know what you have. So after listening to the wind chimes and talking about how it's starting to get windy in the apple orchard, we would transition into Leaves in the Wind. And this is just a fun song to use with scarves and a dancing song, moving in the wind, pretending we're apple trees, moving in the wind. Preschoolers, you could pretend to plant, they can plant their legs in the ground like a trunk and then only move the top half of their body. You could practice that. That takes some self-control. You can get creative on this. For our foundations level 1 and level 2s, you might, instead of using scarves, or in addition, you could use leaves. I do have some silk leaves in both studios. And you can use leaves and kind of just play with them, throw them around, whatever, be creative with that. So I'll pull those out for you. I would maybe not do it for preschoolers yet because I have that as another idea coming up. Then transition to story time. I will have a bunch of options for you in the studio. In Manitowoc, Kohler, if you could bring some fall themed books in, that would be helpful. We may have some there. I'm going to be going there soon, so I will check. But How to Make the Apple Pie and See the World is actually really great for preschoolers. It's a really cute book, and then I'll have some more simpler books for the younger kids. Then we'll have rest time. You can use flashlights as a special class, and there's the Autumn Leaves is a pretty song for that. For the preschoolers, though, I would recommend doing a rest time. Most of them are familiar with that from the younger classes, and you can do like we do with the snow in the wintertime, and you can take the leaves and you can sprinkle it on their bodies while they're laying still, and then when the music stops, you can have a leaf fight. So I think you've all done that before. So you can sing to them or just turn on the recording. The song is something like, autumn leaves are falling down, falling down, falling down. So you can just keep singing that as you sprinkle leaves on them, but they're not to move until the music stops, and you get up and have a little leaf fight. Then you can do a ride or another dance with preschoolers. Them Bones is just a cute, fun song. And then I just thought it would be fun to do a family jam, just getting lots of different instruments out, a whole variety, a big bin of variety, age appropriate though, please make sure you're careful with that. Or different bins of different sets of instruments, so you choose. Great Big House is a really fun song. And then you can do a circle dance. If you have extra time, you can expand that into a parachute play as well. Sometimes I start with a circle dance, and if I see that I have a few more minutes, I'll pull out the parachute after that. Shoo Fly and Mr. Sun hopefully are familiar songs to you, so you could sing them a cappella or you could use the recording. They'll both be there. Hopefully that will fill your time. I'm certain that it will. And then of course the goodbye and the stamp. And I did put some extra activities at the bottom of your lesson plan. There's an extra quiet song. Wild Geese is a pretty song, and you can do billabos for that. You could do some hammocking. Even the preschoolers love billabos. Parachute again, you can add in, and then Wise Old Owl is also on the playlist, and that's fun for echoing if you want to do some voice exploration, and the Hooting Owl is a fun little echoing song, so check that out if you'd like to. So I think that is it. Feel free to let me know if you have questions about any of this, or I would love to hear your ideas too, if you have some ideas you'd like to share. So thanks guys, have fun next week. Bye.